Aviation and Airport Zoning Commission for March 1st, 2023 are called to order concurrently at 6:06 p.m. And our Commissioner Rula Alsablable will lead us in the pledge.
Right hand on your hearts and say with me, I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and
to the republic,
stands
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Rula.
You're welcome, sir.
Oral communications. This is the time for the public to address the Planning Commission on items not on the public hearing portion of the agenda. After obtaining permission to proceed by the presiding officer, speakers should first state their full name and address for the record, although not required. The speaker shall limit their address to 3 minutes. Any public comments that are discriminatory, defamatory, and otherwise not protected speech will not be considered, consented to, or otherwise adopted by the Planning Commission in its deliberations and findings. As a courtesy to others, please silence cell phones and other electronic devices. The Planning Commission strives to treat all participants with civility, and we ask that you do the same. Is anyone here to address the commission tonight?
Through the chair, we need to do roll call, Commissioner.
I'm sorry?
We need to conduct roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Would you call the roll?
I
please?
will do that right now. Commissioner Smith,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson El-Shanable,
Present.
Commissioner Ortiz,
Present.
Commissioner Caraveo,
Present.
and Commissioner Richard.
Present.
Thank you.
Okay. So seeing nobody else, I'll close oral communication. Recess Airport Zoning Commission and Planning Commission consent calendar, there are no items. Continued public hearings, there are no items. New public hearings, there are no items. Call back to order the Airport Zoning Commission. Administrative items. Color approval at 14441 Inglewood Avenue, commercially zoned property. Planning Assistant Nathan Levy will present a staff report.
Evening, Commissioners.
Evening.
So what we have is a color consent application for the Walmart on Inglewood Avenue. At this time, let's see, we have, it's Cross Street, nearest Cross Street is 145th, so it's towards the southwest portion of the city. It is currently zoned regional commercial. We have our existing view. As we can see, the signage is actually going to be upgraded, but it's going to be under a separate permit, as well as some other exterior renovations. So this color consent is solely confined to just the colors. But with the proposal, we'll see that they're going for what they call a Walmart blue, which is going to be the dominant color that you'll see, but the primary ones will be both a light and a dark gray that will be striped on the sides. It's hard to tell, but there are safety bollards, surrounding the building that will all be painted that safety yellow, and it will either be cement painted yellow or it'll be a plastic sheath that'll be painted yellow. The staff is recommending that the Planning Commission approve the color palette and proceed with the condition that the applicant uses graffiti-resistant paint or coating, and that the applicant maintains the building graffiti-free and understands the city's ability to cite for any graffiti left uncorrected. Any questions?
Thank you. Does the Planning Commission have any questions for staff?
I'm not sure if you would know or not, but would the rest of the tenants have that same gray color, or is it just going to be the Walmart?
It's just that Walmart that's being painted.
All right, that's all my questions.
Okay. Is the applicant present, and do they wish to speak? Okay, I see no one. So do I have a motion? to approve?
I'll move to approve.
Okay.
I'll second that.
So a motion has been made and there's been a second to that motion. Will the secretary please call for the vote?
Yes, Chairperson Smith,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Alshanable,
Yes.
Commissioner Ortiz,
Yes.
Commissioner Caraveo,
Yes.
and Commissioner Richard.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Election of Planning Commission Chairperson and Vice Chairperson. Chairperson election, Planning Commission discussion.
Yes, so this time we're going to be discussing nominating a chairperson, either Commissioner Smith or a new chairperson. So a discussion amongst yourselves, and if you have any recommendations
Anybody have any
and a
comments?
motion.
If I may, I mean, we don't know if our terms are coming to an end. So, my humble suggestion is if that's going to happen anyway, I think it might be a good idea to keep Chairperson Smith. He's been doing such a wonderful job, and I mean, that's just my suggestion. If anybody has anything else, I'm okay with that too. But even when a new planning commission comes in or some of the members change, I used to love the way that we did it previously. We did it as a rotating position. So that way, everyone that was on the commission had a chance to be a commissioner. So whoever was vice would take the position of chair, and then the chair would nominate another person. And then, I mean, it seemed really nice and well organized that everyone had a chance to become a chairperson. But now,
Yes.
I mean, that's my suggestion. If anybody else thinks differently, of course, please.
Does anybody not have 8 years on the? Because is it 4 years or?
The two of us.
It's 8 years.
Well,
So since we were reappointed,
mhm.
the three of us, it's been 8 years.
But I
Yeah.
think the not the code, but well, maybe
Minutes.
it's code. It's the ordinance they
The
passed. It
ordinance.
was 4 years, I think.
No, it was 2 consecutive terms. Each term is 4.
Okay.
So 2 consecutive terms would be 8.
Okay.
But even if someone resigns and comes back,
Mm-hmm.
they can still reapply. Like there
Yeah.
wasn't anything that prevents us
Right.
from reapplying.
Okay. So,
But,
so at this point, it's only Commissioner Richard that doesn't. Oh,
And
So
Commissioner
to-
Caraveo.
okay. All right.
I just had a question to clarify. Is this like our regularly scheduled time to do this, or were we doing this because of the
it's-
ordinance?
No, it's
And
supposed to happen
it's-
regularly, but
Oh.
it's
Yeah, like in the beginning
things
of
have
the
been
year.
so crazy with COVID and everything that
Oh, okay.
really do it.
I just wanted to make sure this wasn't like a reactionary thing because of that. Otherwise, I'm like, we keep Commissioner Smith here. Like, why are we going?
I mean,
No.
it's something that we used to do every year.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
way, it's just so that, everyone has the chance to be in that position. But, I mean, I understand where you're getting at if the three of us might be leaving. But I think for that reason also, because it makes sense that, the 2 that are remaining would be vice and chair. I just wanted to honor Mr. Smith by
Yeah.
keeping him until that comes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do we have a motion?
I don't think we're done
I don't think we
discussing.
have. Yeah, I don't think so yet.
Oh, we're not, okay.
No.
Does the planning commission have any questions for staff?
Oh,
And
I
I think Commissioner Caraveo has something to say.
I also like the rotation idea. I know some other cities that do that. And it's not like, a competition or anything.
Exactly.
Everybody gets a turn. Yeah.
So, my opinion is, I don't think there's people that are going to be rushing to fill the
Apply.
planning so it could be another, year, 2 years, that we're, if not all of us, some of us, will still be here. So if we decide that Commissioner Smith will continue as chairperson, do we do that for like the next year, and then next year, if we're still around, then we start doing the rotation, or how do we?
I mean,
Good question.
if we have the honor of serving, to continue serving, yes, I think we always used to do it end of December. And then by the beginning of the year after,
That's
the
correct.
the chairperson would take over, the vice chair would take over, and they would. So
We're already in,
we're already
March.
March,
Already in March, yeah.
almost,
Yeah,
a fourth of the year has gone. Yeah,
Um,
so almost. I mean, we just started
so
March.
I'm fine with that then,
We decide that.
if we decide that.
Yes.
That, my opinion, I mean, I think
Okay.
we should go around and everybody
Yes.
should state their opinion, just so that we don't
Yeah.
take it as a given, and, you know,
Okay.
and so, yeah, so my opinion would be, okay, we do keep Chairperson, Smith
Yes.
until, you know,
There's yeah.
next year, the end of the year, and then we start rotating. Now, should we decide what the order of rotation is gonna be, or?
If you remember, we used to do it by order of like who was there first and who came after. That
Okay.
way,
Oh,
like
I
I
forgot.
believe you were before Chairperson Smith. It was was
Okay.
it you? It was you. Yes,
Yeah.
and then so if we stay, that
Okay.
would be me, you, Caraveo,
Yeah, that's
Richard.
right.
That if we stay, and then nobody knows what's gonna happen.
Okay,
But and then no, sorry. You were before, so it would be me, Commissioner Caraveo, Commissioner Richards, and then you again.
okay.
Yes.
Yes, because you were right before
Mm.
Commissioner Smith.
Yeah.
So that would mean that
Okay.
Commissioner Caraveo would be vice, and then
Okay.
the year after.
do
So
you
I mean, if we are okay with that, can we add in writing so that commissions that come after us can follow suit and know that by
a
December we decide, is that okay? I mean, it's a consensus. It's not, and I mean, it's not forced, but it's a nice thing to do to allow everyone to have a chance.
Well, yeah, that's.
So the new ordinance that was said the first reading last night, it requires that there be a rotation.
Oh, good.
Oh,
So it's in writing.
I mean, we
Actually-
set a good standard. What can you
Yeah.
say?
So it just says, you know, that there will be a chairperson, a vice chairperson, and then the following year, the vice chairperson will become the chair.
Okay.
And then
You elect
all you do
Nominate.
is elect a new vice
Yes.
chair.
Yes.
Well, then the only thing we would memorialize would be the order after the vice chair.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, and I was trying to look it up while you were discussing, but I believe previous chairperson shall not be eligible for the vice chairperson. The rotation of chairperson and vice chairperson shall repeat after each year. The members are not required to serve as chairperson or vice chair and may decline to take such a position, in which case the position would go to the member yet to serve as chair or vice chair. So the intention is that everyone gets to,
Okay.
and
That's
then
wonderful.
once
To do
everyone's
chair.
served or declined, then it can start again.
I think that's wonderful. So the order, if we're going to decide right now, you know, if I say myself, Mr. Caraveo, Mr. Richards, and then Mr. Ortiz.
Okay.
I like that. I did have a quick question just for us, for continuity of board wise. When we have that second reading, because I believe the second reading of the ordinance is next
It would be.
council meeting or whatever, do they then, once it's adopted, or if it's adopted at that point, my concern is that, let's say they adopt it, they make it retroactive, and then we lose our commissioners. Do we run into an issue where, okay, now we have a new commission that can come in and decide, oh, well, we don't want to go along with this role, we want to elect new people? Is there a way that we can at least protect ourselves against that? Because I would hate to have us come in and say, okay, we've got 3 new commissioners, and those 3 commissioners go, well, this person who just got here, we want them to be chair, and they go running off the rails or whatever else because they haven't been here. They don't know how this works. So is there anything that we can do to kind of
Can we add the word
protect ourselves
seniority?
from that?
Like,
Or
I
how
think
do
if
we
we add
do
the word
that?
seniority, maybe.
The ordinance as it is written, there will be a public hearing as to the ordinance at the next meeting,
Mhm.
at which point, after the public hearing, I believe the council can amend or would do whatever they wish. This body doesn't have the ability to make those rules.
Okay.
But the intention behind it is everyone will get to serve. So even if someone comes in and they want to become chairperson, vice chairperson, eventually it will rotate. But as far as a seniority order, that's more of a
Consensus.
respect amongst yourselves kind of
Gotcha.
thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I personally believe that even if someone new did come, it would make much more sense for the ones that know how things run and have been here a while
Mm.
Right.
to take that position.
That's my, like, not saying that I don't want a new person to be chair. That's mainly what we're discussing. Like, I know when I first got here, there was a lot to learn of just how these meetings run. It doesn't really it doesn't behoove us as a body to say, hey, you who doesn't know how this works, figure it out. It just doesn't, it's not fair to them. It's not fair to us. It's not fair to the city for us to just do that in general. So that was kind of what the idea of that was. But I think if the rotation can be set or is set as we understand it, then we should be good. And I think we keep going like we're going. We're doing good.
Okay. Any more? Okay.
What's
Um,
the-
Do I have a motion for the appointment of the chairperson?
the motion? Okay.
We'll do
Okay.
a motion.
So,
Just-
Commissioner Alshanaba, would you like to make the motion since
Yes.
you're the author?
I'd like to make a
Initial.
motion to appoint Commissioner Smith for the chairperson.
Second.
Okay. The motion has been made and a second. Will the secretary please call the vote?
Okay, we'll start from Commissioner Richard,
Yes.
Commissioner Caraveo,
Yes.
and Commissioner Ortiz,
Yes.
and Vice Chairperson El Shanable,
Yes.
and Chairperson Smith. Did you accept?
Yes. I
Okay,
think, frankly, I think we've had a really good team that worked together no matter the situation.
I agree.
I appreciate this team. Thank you. Okay.
Through the chair, quick question. Do we have to do we reappoint or vote for our vice chair? How does that work? Do we have to do that too?
yeah, yes, we're
Yes,
gonna
you
do
normally
that
do.
too this time,
Okay.
yes. Just because of the situation.
Right.
So,
And I'm completely okay if someone else wants to nominate someone other than myself. You know, it's
okay.
The question is, would you like to remain? Would you like to stay? There we go. Okay. There we go. There we
but
go.
again, but it's. I
Fully
mean,
support.
you're all amazing. Anybody, you know. No, I'm really okay with everything, with
Fully
anything.
support.
Well, it would
Okay,
keep the order, right? Because,
Yeah,
yeah.
that way, yeah.
So we, motion for that too?
Yes, let's do a
Okay,
motion.
So, make the motion to maintain Commissioner Alshanable as the vice chair.
Second.
Please. And
Call for the
Caraveo.
vote, please.
Okay. Commissioner Richard,
Yes.
Commissioner Caraveo,
Yes.
Commissioner Ortiz,
Yes.
Chairperson Smith,
Yes.
and Vice Chairperson El Shanable. Do you accept?
I accept.
Okay.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you.
Okay. Okay. Items to be placed on future agendas. Wait a minute. We have
Meeting
a-
of March 15th,
Hmm?
2023. We have a couple of items.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
We approved that and then,
Yeah, we're on K.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Items to be placed on future agendas, the meeting of March 15th, 2023. A continued item, new car wash, 14115 Crenshaw Boulevard. And general plan amendment, safety element, local hazard mitigation plan, LHMP per AB 2140. Okay, so next we'll have commissioner reports. Who would like to give a report on something?
Anybody?
Don't be bashful.
All right, nobody talking. Good job, team. Proud of you guys. Yeah, we got business taken care of. Hope we all
Yeah.
I know these are interesting times. Everybody's standing strong and willing to stick around here and keep doing this good work for the city. I'm glad to see this team still here, and appreciate seeing folks like y'all here who care. So hope to see y'all stick around too.
Okay, now we'll have the director's report.
Nothing to report. I'm the standing director for right now.
You look good there.
And this meeting will be adjourned at 6:27 to the next regular meeting of March 15th, 2023.